Hello everybody, this is Nathan Gamer and welcome to another 2018 news about Telltale Games. So, I'm gonna keep you up to date right now about the Walking Dead game. So, what happened to the Walking Dead game? Well, good news. A company managed to accept it to take over the game, the Walking Dead final season, and according to the news, they said yes, it's gonna happen. So we just confirmed it, guys, thanks to your support, to those who signed those petitions. The people of those companies saw it, and they agreed, and they're gonna finish the Walking Dead final season. And now, being said that, there is also a chance that if we sign a petition like this game you're seeing in front of you right now, which is The Wolf Among Us, and it could help also to, for a company to pick this game up and begin on it. And why should they begin on a game like this? Well, I'm gonna scroll down and I'm gonna show you all why should they pick this game. Number one, it was the first best comic story based on Telltale Games. It was beautifully the best comic game I've ever seen in many other games. As you can see, it won even the Game of the Year, which it was the best game I ever played, which was based on a comic book. And not to mention, this game was about a sheriff who was trying to control his city from some called Mondays and Fables, there's a whole story about it. Basically what he is just a badass person who takes shit from almost nobody, and he tries to keep order in his city, and he tries to maintain, like, if he sees that there's going bloodshed all over his city, he doesn't take that shit from no one. He comes there, he solves the problem, even if he does get involved and his lifeline would involve death. But it was his job to maintain order. That was basically the story. Long story short, it's a police investigation story, basically. It is very awesome, and this is one of the trailers
M for mature
that I enjoyed most.
I need to tell you something.
What is it?
Where are you when we ever fucking need you?
For example, this is what you're seeing right now. People getting turned into monsters, just such as this guy. So it's basically like a magician sort of comic-based story, where you see these fables that when they get so pissed, they transform into these creatures. And trust me, there's a hell of a big bloodshed between them. But example, you see the sheriff right here. He doesn't take shit from guys like this guy, and in this story that they made in Telltale Games, it was the first time I've seen a character, where you see a character, he gets so angry he transforms into a werewolf and starts ripping jaws out, and he turns into a bloody mass, brutality, like I don't know better words to describe. He just turns into mostly like a psychopath, basically, when he gets super pissed. But that's what makes this game very interesting, because it's based on a comic. It's a police investigation game, and normally those police investigation involves murder, finding the murderers, capture them, interrogate them, and those are the type of action you like to see when it comes to comics like this. And I know most people would enjoy something like this. And besides the point, because I probably spent so much talking about it, and most probably people already know. Now, how can we help the companies try to begin this project? Well, the truth be told, I don't think they're planning on making this game at the moment, because back in the day, Telltale Games said that they were planning on to make Wolf Among Us Season 2. But the problem is, because of this closure, they're not gonna do it. But that doesn't mean they're never gonna do it, because I just made a petition myself, and I've been doing a bit of research, even though, again, you're gonna see my English not super duper clearly, but I've been trying my best to make a petition to convince companies. But I've been doing a big knowledge, and I've created the best petition I can possibly make. And here it is to show you all. I named it Wolf Among Us Season 2 Pickup by a company, because eventually this has to be a game which has to be picked up by any company necessary, because Telltale Games are not gonna do this game, so there has to be another company. And as you can see down here, I listed these companies. Now, before you tell me anything, Warner Brothers, I'm not sure how much, not even Ubisoft, because I have not seen a story-based game on Ubisoft company. But Microsoft, eventually, because they're supported by Microsoft, Netflix is a media supporter online. This is the company that made Life is Strange. You know, most of you probably know the game Life is Strange. And Sony, because Sony, yes, there are a couple of games that they have been produced by Sony. I believe so. And here I wrote something as a description, and I said, really want this game, and we want the company to take over this project. Hopefully a company would be generous enough to take over this game and even begin making it. Maybe, who knows, maybe they will agree with Telltale Games and they will start with this project, just like a company agreed to take over The Walking Dead final season, and they're gonna finish it. So why not trying to convince another company to make this beautiful game? And yeah, mine at the moment, I have one because I did it. I did it. And the reason is why nobody has signed this petition. It's because the petition works in change.org is when you do a petition yourself, you can include any companies you want, as many as you want. But my petition, I'm trying to get companies, the right companies, not just any companies, to see this petition, because it is completely pointless you put 20 companies if the company itself is not practically how do they say, it's not, if the company doesn't make games based on a story, why should you put a company to make a story game if they do not do a story game in the first place in their own company? So what I'm trying to say is, what I can improve on this petition is by you giving me suggestions, tell me which companies produced games story-based. Like example, Detroit, which was an exclusive on PS4. If that company, which I clearly forgot, I think it was Sony. Yeah, it was Sony. 99% was Sony. But if there are other companies besides those, please tell me in here, besides the reasons for signing, be sure to also suggest me companies. It is very important, and hopefully with this petition, it will get people to sign up. But just before, I forgot to tell you, this petition cannot be viewed on the search engine at the moment, because the way this works, in order for this petition to be viewed globally on the search engine when people type it on Google Chrome or any other browser, it needs to have at least 5 I don't know what they call the ones that they sign petition. I don't know, petitioners, or anyway, you know what I'm saying. You need to have 5 fans who sign this petition in order to go globally. Then what happens is, once they see the petition that has at least 5, they will publish it globally. So then everybody can sign it. But at the moment, only you guys out there that are seeing me on YouTube, can only you sign this petition at the moment, because others are not seeing the link that I provided, but you guys are seeing it, so only you can sign this petition. So make sure you guys sign this petition. It is very important. If I get at least 5 petitions, 5 signatures in that case, which there you go, the signatures I called. Yeah, if I get at least 5 signatures in this petition, they will publish it globally, and so the others can be able to see it then. And trust me, guys, I'm very fan of this game. I have been playing this game on the PS3 for a long time, and I really wish they can release the season 2, because if you all played this game, in the final episode of this game, The Wolf Among Us, is they left a cliffhanger at the end where you make a choice, but it doesn't show you what was the choice affected in the story, because they left it as a cliffhanger on purpose, either to tease the fans or to plan that there's gonna be a season 2. But unfortunately, because of the closure, they got screwed over and they're not gonna do it. But with this petition, hopefully a company will see this, and who knows, maybe in a few years' time, one of the company decides to take this over. Anything could be possible. So it's only up to you guys to make this happen. If you really love this game, trust me, it's not about me, it's not about getting fans, it's not about money, it's not about nothing. It's all about supporting this game and getting the companies to try and get this project up and running. Hopefully one of them will be generous enough to begin this project. So that's the end of this video. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned for more. Bye bye guys, and thank you all for watching.